of startups presenting their elevator pitch for the food truck startup competition. Okay, I'm going to explain three things. One, the dynamic of the competition. Two, I'm going to present our lovely jury. Three, I'm going to present the startups. Okay, this is a very popular stage. Obviously, you know, the MC and the subject deserves it. There's a lot of people outside. We cannot reserve spaces for anyone. We need the jury to sit down here in the front row. Thank you. We need 5 spaces. If you're not jury, leave us some space. We cannot reserve spots for friends unless you're jury, you're a startup, or you pay me 20 euros. That'll do. So, 5 spots for the jury. Thank you very much. You can stay, guys. You can stay around. We're not allowed to. We cannot allow you to sit on the floor, unfortunately. And there's a lot of people waiting outside, so bear that in mind. Is that okay? Microphone there. So, we're going to start. I'm going to explain to you the dynamics. I believe you've seen some startup competition today, this morning. It works as the following way. Our first batch of startups are 5. Is that okay? Okay, yeah. Okay, we have a lovely jury here. Only 3, okay. We'll get there. So, this is the dynamic of the competition. Can you hear me well, everybody? Yeah, okay, sorry. So, there'll be 5 pitches in this first batch, 3-minute elevator pitch, 1-minute Q&A with the jury. The public can also ask questions if you want, if you're dying to know, but your votes don't count. All right? So, they're getting ready. They're going to start in a minute. Let me present our lovely jury. We have Silvia Baraclo from Ethics. Thank you. We have Macarena Poletti from Bee Booster. We have Nicolas Deboc from Balderton. And we are missing my lovely dear friend Paloma Castellano. I'm not sure if she's coming. And Daniel Rodriguez Lago. I'm sure he's in the room. Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Sit next to the rest of the jury so we have you under control. Okay? So thank you to the jury for coming. You just have to give good grace and good comments. That's all. Right. Is everybody ready then? Are you ready to hear some elevator pitch? They're going to be nervous, please. Give them a big round of applause and, that will calm them down. So, we're going to start with our first startup. They do crypto ledger for small farmers and cooperatives. We have with us the CEO and co-founder, Geneviève Leveille. Please welcome AgriLedger.
Buenas tardes, todos. I am so honored to be able to present to you AgriLedger, which is the framework that we're creating to basically empower small farmers through, and also us to be able to have food security. We all ate today, so really everyone takes part in the food. And what's really interesting is 40% of the world population actually's income comes from agriculture. Now, in the developing world, 500 million people provide the food for 80% of all these people, and they are part of the 2 billion unbanked. Now, the UN says 50% of crop value actually disappears between harvest and point of sale. Now, cooperatives are good, but the problem is that they lack transparency, audit, trust between them and the farmers, and mostly efficiency. So what we want to do is to create, using smartphone and the blockchain, the cooperative and farmers network that brings in trust via smartphones. Now, the way it's going to work is the farmer basically plans, lets the co-op know that they're going to be having something. The co-op now has time to find the best market for it. When they deliver it, they offer a special QR code, which is their identity. It's measured and it's provided. Now, there's a receiving function where there is a handshake between them and the farmers and the co-op, and then they wait to hear about the money. Now, that opens a new world for them of opportunity. Cash functions, they can get cash, they can buy cashless. We're looking to create a network for them to be able to buy that. Bill payments, so they can pay their kids for school, and really a total financial inclusion, because we are looking to be able to do for them with microfinance and microinsurance. Now, we have validated this in Kenya, and we have 25 farmers who are ready to, at the end of this month, do the harvest and planting with us. We're also at the same time doing in Myanmar and the Bougainville, which is near Australia. Now, we do know there are competitors in the space, but we feel that we are special in that we sit in the middle because we are looking to empower the producer. In terms of a revenue model, we are looking to provide free of charge the infrastructure and the funds to the farmers if they need it, and then working with partners who pay a subscription fee. And as the network grows, then you will grow also the revenue. In terms of the team, we have John, our who's a lawyer, David, our technologist, Maxon, who's around somewhere, who's all-around guy, and myself. But really, the most important person is Nanyuki, a farmer in Kenya who's been doing this for 10 years over, and he's waiting for us to help him do it better. This is about empowering small farmers through data. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Geneviève. Stay here. Thank you. We have 1 minute Q&A for the jury, or anyone else, because this is such a popular stage. I guess you all have a lot of questions. So thank you. There you go.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation. Just one question. What do you replace? How do they do today? And
I'm replacing paper, or paper which is not true. And by giving them the ability to actually show what their income is, it provides the trust that is needed with financial institution and insurance to prove that they are who they say they are, because we're using identity, and also that the funds that they have said they have had are there. And then on the other side, we're giving them, by working with partners, we're actually allowing the partners to be more efficient and provide the goods at a lesser cost. And that payment is almost guaranteed because it comes as part of the harvest, when the harvest comes in cash.
okay.
Thank you. We have 5 seconds. Anyone else? Okay, well, she's going to be around if you want to speak to her. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Here. Okay, technical arrangement with the jury. I need them to be concentrated, so wait. Technological problems. Okay, is everybody okay there? We have a couple of seats here at the front and somewhere there. Apparently we're not allowed to sit on the floor for security reasons, unless you're really fainting or something. I know it's hot. Okay. So, is the jury ready? Yes. You just write on a piece of paper, the regular, traditional way. Forget the tablet, and then you just get a piece of paper to write the first note. Okay, so our second startup makes synthetic wines, but without grapes. Molecule by molecule. How cool is that? To tell us about it is here the founder and CEO, Alec Lee, to present Ava Labs. Welcome, Alec. Round of applause.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alec Lee, and I'm the CEO of Ava Labs. The future of food is synthetic, and the proof will be in the scalability, the sustainability, and the ethical advantages of these methods. We're creating synthetic wine without grapes or fermentation. In 1976, this wine, a California Chardonnay, changed the face of the wine industry forever. In a blind competition in France with French judges against French wines, this wine beat all of the others and forever legitimized New World wines. Today, only a handful of these bottles remain, and soon they'll be lost to time forever. We can recreate bottles like this, or even digitally perfect our own, for a fraction of the cost of the originals. All food, and indeed all wine, is nothing but a collection of molecules. By analyzing the molecular profile of wines, we can recreate those originals molecule by molecule. But of all the things to create synthetically, why wine? Two core reasons. First is the technology. Compared to many other foods, wine has low texture and molecular complexity. And that means we can rapidly bring to market products that match and even surpass the quality of their natural counterparts. And the second is the market opportunity. Our method of production is far lower than traditional winemaking, and the willingness to pay on the consumer level is much higher than for many other foods. And so these two drivers mean that we can generate high margins from the beginning. Now, the foundation of this approach is in our ability to digitize the molecular profile, the flavor profile of wines. The wine industry has a long history of altering and adulterating the flavor of their wines, but this is the first time that we can bring to market a product, a wine, that has been engineered completely from scratch. And we've already shown that we can do it. Even as far back as 6 months ago, we were already showing that we were fooling blind, trained judges, believing that our wine was real, and we were on our way to making a product that tasted good. We control every molecule that's in our product, which means we can deliver products of higher quality and consistency than any natural fermentation process. Our ingredients are sourced pure from highly scalable sources, which means we can dramatically reduce the risk of climate change, crop disease, contamination. And unlike traditional wines, we can produce an unlimited amount of hours year-round, iterate rapidly, and match market demands in a way never before possible. Speaking of the market, this is nearly $40 billion a year just in the US, and it's nearly doubled in the last 10 years. Over 70% of our pre-orders are coming from millennials, who increasingly buy based off price, taste reviews, the flashiness of labels, and decreasingly based off of the terroir, the history of the vineyard. And that's where we think our core target lies. This is my team. Martin and I both have biotechnology backgrounds and have founded multiple companies between us. Josh is our wine guru, being one of the youngest ever to be certified sommelier in Canada. We've raised a $2.7 million seed round just in August, and we're looking to make partnerships with distributors and retailers. Check us out at avawiner.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Alec. That is spot on. Spot on 3-minute pitch. Congratulations. 1 minute. Let's see if the jury is as spot on as the entrepreneur.
Well, amazing. But one question: why? Why do you do this?
My vision is the Star Trekification of food, where you press the button and it generates the food that you want. And my thesis for this market, for synthetic food in general, is that we have to start at the top. Because if we start at the bottom with commodity products, that takes a long time for us to actually generate revenues and margins high enough to reinvest into future technologies like this. So wine is a really key place for us to start because of that. We can generate high margins, people are willing to buy it. We already know people are willing to purchase beverages like this. And so this allows us to move down the market rather than have to force our way up.
Do you think that is the time for the people to drink this kind of wine?
I do. I certainly I've placed many bets on that. I think with the rise of things like Soylent and a lot of things like Hampton Creek, Impossible Foods, all these companies are going to ride this wave together. But the reality is people have been drinking synthetic beverages for a long time. Coca-Cola is essentially a synthetic beverage, right? And so this is essentially an extension of that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We have time for no more. Thank you very much, Alec. Congratulations. Our next startup, and a round of applause. Yeah, you're right. They're pressing me with time. No time, no time. So, our next startup is going to present artificial intelligence for smart agro. We have here the CEO and co-founder. His name is Pedro Carrillo, and he will present Easy2C. Easy2C. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about how to tackle a problem which is 900 million euros today. It's caused by this little insect. It's a fly affecting olive oil production. 15% average of all olive oil production is lost thanks to this little insect. Can go to 80% according to UC Davis University if it's not controlled. Well, today it is controlled using pesticides massively. Sustainability of this methodology is not good. Economics are not good. So we are going to introduce artificial intelligence solutions to control this pest. How? big data coming from the monitoring of the pest that we are going to convert in training sets using proprietary algorithms, and we are going to create models, 4 weeks forecast for the evolution of the pest, and we're going to create predictions to customers. Today, we are selling this to customers in Andalusia, in Spain, and Portugal, and this is a 4 weeks forecast of our prediction with thresholds which are key for the farmers to take decisions about control the pest. And this is reality. So the accuracy of the model is quite good, providing the customers, the farmers, the possibility to anticipate to the pest control. As a consequence, they can save almost 10 and up to 15% of the production. Not only that, they're going to increase the quality of the oil, which is price, and they're going to reduce cost of pesticides. Today, you are implementing this in a GIS system, so the farmer knows where they have to apply and when. And we are using this today to customers covering 25,000 hectares in Spain, 2,000 hectares in Portugal. Our pipeline, which is global olive oil market, 10 million hectares globally, and 9 billion market that we're gonna ready to cover with this team, including computer engineers, automation engineers, mathematicians. These are numeric algorithms, numeric models based on big data. And now we are running and almost closing in November a seed round of 1 million euros in order to be able to execute the expansion plan in the next 2 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pedro. 1 minute Q&A. Our lovely jury. Thank you, David.
Hi.
Daniel, sorry.
One question. Why olives, and what is the complexity for another type of fruits or vegetables? Thank you.
I live in Sevilla, south of Spain, 1.5 million hectares of olive oil. 50% of world production is around my city. So it's something that we know the problem. It's perfectly scalable to any kind of crop, any kind of pest. Technology is the same. Just change big data, the data coming from the crop, from the pest. Technology is the same, solutions for different crops and different pests.
But the model that you use is the same for all?
Technology is the same, but we have a model which is for olive oil and this pest, which is Bacteroceras oleae. We have to create the model for different pests, different crops. But technology is the same.
Sorry. And how do you get the data?
From customers and public databases. And there are public data like climate or weather. And the customer has data because in Europe and United States and globally, they have the mandatory, the obligation to monitor pests and introduce all the data in a common data system that is public. It's an obligation from directives.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pedro. We have time for no more. Thank you to our jury for all these questions. Very energetic and active. Thank you. A round of applause. Thank you. How do you see it so far? Not bad, right? We had 4, right? We had 1, 2, 3. We have another 2 more that are as exciting as these ones. The next startup slogan is as follows: cook like a chef at home, even when you're out. Interesting. It's easy, smart, and healthy. Well, we have Pedro Núñez, who's the CEO and founder of this startup, to tell us a bit more about it. He's come here to present Exquiso. Welcome, Pedro.
Hi, everybody. As you know, obesity kills. In fact, it kills more than 3 million people a year in the world. And that means that it kills more people than traffic accidents and weapons together. And that is a real problem in our continent. During the 80s, we have 2 out of 10 European citizens that were overweighted. Last year, we had 6 out of 10. That's because of our lifestyle. You know that living in big cities don't allow people to eat properly and to have a healthy diet. Whoops. And as you know, I have suffered it myself, And I always ask myself, what can I do about this? My first answer is, yeah, next month they're going to change my lifestyle. But that's bullshit. I never change my lifestyle. So my second answer is, let's try to find something that adapts to my lifestyle and helps me have a healthy diet. And that's what we have done with Schizo. Schizo is basically based in 3 concepts. First one is sous vide cooking. For those of you who don't know what sous vide cooking is, it's just you put a pot, fill it with water, and then you put a piece of food vacuum seal inside. Then you have to keep the water at a fixed temperature for a certain time to cook the food. It's easy and it's healthy. The second concept is remote cooking. I want to save your time, so I want you to cook from your office. The third concept is home delivery. I don't want you to go to supermarket. You can have your food at home. So I'm saving your time. So based on these 3 concepts, Schizo has 3 parts. First part is a smart sous vide cooker. Second part is a mobile app that controls the sous vide cooker. And the third part are cloud services that is an online recipe list and also an e-commerce platforms in which you can order the ready-to-cook food bags. So we are mainly in 2 main markets. At the beginning, we will be in the small domestic appliance market, 14 billion euros market in Western Europe, growing 8.5%. But then we will be in the online grocery delivery market, $6 billion in the US and growing 11%. Who are our clients? As I told you, it's this big group of busy and lazy people living in big cities that don't know how to cook very well, don't have time. But also we have the home chefs and professional chefs who are also interested. We have competitors in the US, but they have focused all their products to the foodies and not to the group of people we have focused. So our real competitors are what people doing now, which is microwaving, we are healthier, Tupperware, we are quicker, and ordering food, we are healthier and quicker. This is my team, software, hardware engineers, but also a chef that we need, of course. We have been accepted in 3 accelerators by now. We have been raised more than 100,000 euros. And we have a Kickstarter campaign today that have sold 30% of the goal. We are asking for 300,000 for the first year expenses and to manufacture first 2,500 units. Thank you very much.
I just didn't understand one part. You send the meal already cooked, sous vide?
No. The food is raw inside the bag, but vacuum sealed. You cook yourself. I'm not cooking for you. I want you to feel
So what your appliance is for?
What?
What's your piece of hardware?
My piece of hardware cooks this food. So you get the food raw, you put it in the water, and then you program with your app when do you want the food ready. If in the morning you put the food in the water and you say, I'll be back from the office at 5, when you arrive at 5, the food will be just finished. You just open the bag, put it in your dish, and you eat.
And your business model is margin on the hardware, or?
Yeah, my business model is more similar than an espresso business model, in which I sell the coffee machine first, which is my sous vide cooking machine, and then I sell the capsules. I sell the bags. So it's more like an espresso business model.
We have 9 seconds left for any other questions.
In terms of logistics, you will need like one big one big warehouse by a big town, or?
Not really. We're trying to do partnerships to save all this space.
Thanks. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Pedro. I'm going to take you home so you can cook. Well, and now the last startup of this batch, of this first part of the competition. Hold on to your chairs, everybody. They develop technology to grow nutritious insect protein, and you do it in your own kitchen. We have with us the CEO and founder, the lovely Katharina Unger, and she's going to present Living Farms. Welcome, Katharina. Applauso. All right.
Hi, I'm Katharina, and Living Farms empowers people to start a food revolution out of their kitchens. We make delicious protein products produced by scalable insect farm technology, and we're one of the first movers in this industry. We have around 1,000 customers right now after 1 year of being in business. We raised almost $150,000 on Kickstarter, have ongoing pre-orders. These are our 2 segments of products. We developed the technology. It's the smallest possible footprint to grow edible insects right now and sustainable protein. We also sell the food product right now. We shipped it already. We have 2 patents pending spending on this technology. And you've probably seen it in the media already. Insects are really sustainable to grow. They're 500 times more efficient in water usage than soy. You can grow them on waste materials, and they offer a lot of nutritious benefits. And the best thing about it is you don't have to change your behavior in order to integrate edible insects into your diets. You can really have them in any types of recipes that you can imagine. They're really neutral and a bit nutty in taste, so they tick all the boxes. We imagine this entering as a new food category similar to nuts or soy right now. And if we think about this in that kind of way, 25% of Europeans said that they would integrate insects into their diets at this moment of time. If they do, like they eat nuts right now, so only 2% of their protein, then we're looking at a $5 billion market. That's our business model. Right now we have scalable technology. We sell it at healthy margins. We sell a food product. Where we're really going at is a scalable, vertically integrated food business. Our customers right now are mainly private, but more and more B2B and research developing. And now is the time to invest in this industry. If you do so, you're among very prominent leaders in the field. And even more than that, a lot of people actually invested in edible insects and in the technology. So Indiegogo Kickstarter campaigns, hundreds of thousands of dollars already. We position ourselves as a sustainable lifestyle brand. And our markets right now are mainly Europe and North America, but we're also looking at developed Asian regions right now. Our head office is in Shenzhen, China, where we produce and manufacture the technology. We are a really seasoned team in this very new emerging market. We have a lot of experience in it already. I myself worked as a consultant and helped design scale-up factories for insect production. What is our vision? Are these strange foods? I don't think so. So, potatoes, sushi, lobster, these are all foods that were considered very weird and disgusting and ugly at some moment in time. But just like with these foods, we can do the same thing with edible insects. We're really confident about this. It just needs a rebranding. It needs sustainable technology to do it. So grow a food revolution with us. We raise $500,000 in growth capital and seek strategic partnerships. My favorite quote, one day it will all look so obvious. It's one of our customers. So start a food revolution out of your kitchen. Thank you.
Nina, thank you.
Anybody wants to try?
Oh, yes.
Yeah?
The jury. Well, not the jury,
Yes,
it could be, it's,
I will be an early
Some
adopter.
people send jamon, others send you insects, animals at the end of the day.
It's like seeds. Yeah, yes.
You want to
It's
try?
a nice sandwich of
It's like,
bugs and
crispy. Like
nice.
crispy, so
You don't need to eat dinner tonight. That's it. All the protein's there.
So who is the early adopter? Who will eat this? What is your typical client?
Right now, our main customer is private. As I said, it's mainly families. It's males between 35 to 55. They really care about what they eat, what they put into their food, what they get out of it. They care about sustainability. They're very conscious about healthy
They are
foods.
like organic families or veggies families, or what kind of?
Mainly families, yeah. They often see it as an educational product as well. They want to see their kids grow up with a sustainable food source and see the future of food in their homes.
Thank you.
And you offer it just like this? Dry?
We shipped big jars of this roasted product already all over the world, 500 jars of it, but we also sell the technology. So we currently manufacture the first tabletop farm to grow your own in your home. As I said, we have patent pending on it, so we plan to scale up this technology in the future. But we see that we have to build the market, so we're going these two ways right now.
What is a seed? I mean, what do you put in your table?
We grow mealworms. We call it microfoods once they're prepared, but they're mealworms, so it's a beetle larva that you grow.
Okay, so this is what you send to people, and you put it on your
Yes,
table?
when you order a hive, then you also get a starter kit. You put it in, you start growing. The whole life cycle happens in the device.
Okay, thanks.
We have time for no more. Thank you, Katerina. I
Thank
think,
you.
You have new customers, bugs lovers. Thank you.
Welcome to come and try some.
Sure. We're going to be queuing now. Yes.